Okay, well, something I picked up recently. Not sure what brand this is, and the light's totally in the wrong position. So if you don't like the video, that's going to be why. So, I don't know anything about this fridge. I know it's from about the 1930s. Yeah, around here it's got like a, well, actually the whole cabinet's constructed with a wooden frame. But anyway, here's a shot of the inside of the evaporator. You can see at the back we've got the liquid line, which is that skinny tube in the centre, and that's the suction line. So it looks like it's got a suction line accumulator. I'm guessing that's what that is. I don't know a lot about these old fridges, but yeah, I think that's what it is. So yeah, it does have gas. Let's have a look at the so it's got this funny drawer. Like, I don't know what that's for, but I don't know. Anyone? Maybe someone knows what it's for. We'll take this out carefully, and we got the condenser and the compressor, and this is a control gear. It's an overload relay and a start relay, or should I say overload protection and a start relay if my brain wants to work. Very serviceable, as you can see, with the totally designed for serviceability. The compressor's mounted with springs, which is very unusual. Well, these days it is. Spring mounted, and this the compressor tray, I guess you'd call it, whatever it is, that's also rubber mounted. The wiring is original, it's never been changed, so basically, obviously you shouldn't even plug the damn thing in with the wiring it's got. At a minimum you should be plugging it into an RCD anyway, being such an old unit. It is low on gas. When I say low, it's had a repair at some stage, and I'll go around the back and we'll get to that. I didn't even bother checking the polarity on the plug or anything, but I did check it with a multimeter. It's grounded and all that. It's got a line piercing valve, as you can see, and this compressor, someone's painted over it for some reason. It's a Kirby compressor. So yeah, you're probably not going to see much, but yeah, James N. Kirby. So it might show up better in the the video than it does in real life. It actually looks alright on the video. So it is a R12 unit. Yeah, as you can see, the wiring's buggered. I mean, it was probably alright until it got shifted, because, you know, it's hard as a rock, and as soon as you flex it, it breaks. So obviously that's not real good. These are the T-stat wires, so yeah, I believe they are. Yeah, they go up to the thermostat, so they're at the same potential anyway, so it's not a big deal if you're not going to go poking around. I do have a lead for it here, so, but it obviously needs all the wiring replaced, not just a little bit. So as for the gas that's actually in the unit, I've got no idea. I mean, it did come from somewhere that, well, it was an automotive workshop, so maybe they whacked a bit of 134A in it or something. 134A is the wrong gas, it's too high head pressure, so it really should have, I don't know. You can get a blend of propane, which is R290, and isobutane, which is R600A. The boiling point of the R600A is too high, the boiling point of the propane is too low, and High Chill Industries in Kilsyth, Victoria, Australia, they produce a blend of it, so it's ideal for a unit like this because the boiling point of the blend coincides very nicely with the pressure and temperature chart for the R12. So obviously this shelf, I'd say, is original. It's obviously meant to have, well, shelf mounts up there. Sorry about the shakiness. And this sheet metal's not meant to be there. And I would say that the shelf, is, if it's ran the right way, a tray would slide in there. You know, so you can slide a tray out and empty. It's missing the door on the freezer compartment, which is not a big deal because being an old fridge, they're really just basically just a piece of sheet metal. It's not like the plastic door that I've got to try and recreate. So the start gear, I'm pretty sure it's not original because it's got a plastic lid on it, so at some stage it's had a leak fixed. In my opinion, it may even still have a leak. It's like this one's pitted through, well, it's pitted fairly deeply, so, and I'm pretty sure that communicates with the evaporator, because it does line up nicely with a, yeah, maybe not, but I'm pretty sure it would. So obviously that should be cleaned up and soldered. To do that, you obviously need to take the gas out of it, and ideally if it had a low side valve, a suction side valve, you should purge it with nitrogen. But I'm not going to do that. I mean, it does hold pressure, and if it ever leaks out, well, then we'll do something about it. Is it just corrosion, or is it more of a dent? I'd say it's probably a dent. Someone's probably tried to de-ice it with something sharp. This is steel, it's probably the only reason why it didn't destroy the fridge. But yeah, it's had a couple of repairs. Obviously the start gear is not original, and it's had gas added or something like that. So yeah, actually, now that I think of it, yeah, it's a suction side line piercing valve. The high side's around here, so yeah. One of the things that really surprises me is how big this compressor is. Like if I just put my hand there for comparison, this thing's actually a big unit. So I'm really surprised how big old compressors were for these fridges. So it's actually a very large compressor. It's the better part of 10 inches deep, if not a foot. Obviously the wiring's all buggered. There's no rubber insulation left. And I'm not going to do it the way it was done. I'm going to use ring lugs, crimp lugs, because, you know, 2019, I mean, why would you do it the way it was done originally? Okay, the purists, maybe they would, but... So, yeah, it's going to be a long-term project. The hinges and the door are also obviously not original. I mean, I could make some hinges from scratch, or they wouldn't have these bolts that go through the cabinet like that. It wouldn't have any of that. It would screw into the timber frame. So maybe what I'll do is fabricate, or, well, even some small commercial hinges would look alright, because the thing sort of looks very commercial anyway, so I could probably get away with modifying some aftermarket commercial hinges, because these are pretty obviously not what it's supposed to have. So yeah, if anyone has any information, I don't know, maybe some Benalla people, because this is where I live, maybe they've recognised this fridge and they know more about it. Very likely not, because that's the way everything works. This is obviously supposed to have a handle. I can't for the life of me imagine what a drawer in a fridge would hold. But anyway, thanks for watching.